They're the best rhymers, the best spitters. They're the GOATs, and they influenced a fucking generation of kids that are coming out now.
Like, I'm going to quote what Chuck Stranger said. How you going to say you're the best when Rakim's still breathing? Like, how you going to say you're the best when Rakim's still breathing?
These fucking kids don't know who the fuck
you feel me? Like,
is.
that's the shit I'm
They think
on,
Rakim's the Indian dude at the 7-Eleven. They don't know they don't know what any of this shit means anymore. You know what I mean?
Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now. While the angels fly over my headstone.
We are back with another episode of the God's Hour podcast with your boy Big Cerbavelli. Back in the place to be, La Merca Superior. We are not in Palace 81. We are in the Mousetrap, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And we
DMTs.
got a special guest up in the building. The mastermind behind the Mousetrap. The fucking curator of a lot of pretty much like maybe like 81% of the Imperial logos. We got MIGZ in the building, MIGZilla.
Yeah, man. What's up, y'all? What's up with it?
Yeah, man. So just give me like a quick backstory, bro, of like, you know, how you even came to like be in music and just like graphic design and all that.
Graphic design, that shit started like, I would say 2011. I was living with my aunt right there in Linwood on Euclid and shit, which is a ghetto ass street. It's like the street literally before you get to Compton.
Oh,
so
for real?
This is like the last street of Linwood. Linwood, the city don't care about. They're like, oh, it's like, let that be Compton's responsibility. So nobody wants to claim that shit, but it's literally the last street in Linwood. The next street over is Compton.
Mm-hmm.
But point is, yeah, I was living there with my aunt, broke as fuck, no job. And I used to go to the swap meet that was right there. Now it's a Walmart and shit, the Compton swap meet, the indoor, the Compton Fashion Center, the proper name for it. And then this, so I was walking in there and I seen they had a t-shirt shop, you know, where they make all the decals and shit. And I was just like interested in making t-shirts since I was like little as fuck. And I went in there, I was like, hey, do you guys need some help? I know how to design. And then me being, I think it was like, I was like 21 or some shit, maybe. I lied. I didn't know how to design shit. You know what I mean? I just had Photoshop downloaded on my computer because I needed it for school. And that was me saying I know how to design. So the girl was like, yeah, leave your number and shit and your name, and then the boss will call you if we need you. And I was like, whatever, you know, people always in the swap meet, they always, oh yeah, whatever, write your number, boom, they'll throw it in the trash, whatever. You know, they just want to make you feel like you did some shit, applied somewhere. The next day, this fool calls me 10 a.m. I'm taking a shit. He's like, hey, come through, bring your computer. I'm like, who's this? And he's like, oh, it's Bleepy Blop. You know, I don't want to say his name. And then I roll up, and I had a Mac. I have it right there still as the iMac. I rolled up with that shit. And then it took me like 2 hours to design this. I remember exactly what design they asked for. It was like the California bear on the one on the Cali flag.
Yeah.
And then another bear standing behind that one like if they were fucking. And it was supposed to say California love.
That's
I thought
funny.
it was pretty funny and shit, but in the beginning, like I had to Google that shit and then YouTube it, watch a quick video while I was already at the fucking print shop. And then I taught myself like in 10 minutes how to do whatever I needed to do to make it happen. And boom. That's pretty much how I taught myself how to do anything, just being there. And people would ask for shit that I didn't know how to do. So I would have to learn how to do shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's how I started. And then I kept getting interested because I always liked making t-shirts. And so that eventually led to me getting a screen print that got stolen. That shit went through some, like, I had a couple stories about that. And then when they closed down the swap meet, I had a homie that was a security guard right there. He called me. He's like, "Hey, the print shop that you used to work at, they're leaving a bunch of shit. Like, do you want to come look at this? Like, there's work tables, there's like computer monitors." And so fucking, I didn't get a chance to make it. One of the homies that I worked with was able to make it, and he brought the the vinyl cutter, the plotter, and I still got that shit. That shit made me money when I didn't have nowhere to work at and shit, doing little sticker jobs here and there. That shit helped me up. You know what I mean? It kept me from just being completely broke. Just being able to do that shit. So it came out of necessity, and then once I got an actual job, I had more time to focus on it as a hobby. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's when it became fun. When it wasn't like, oh, I gotta do this shit to get paid. Like, learning was fun in that way, but it was a lot of pressure where it was like, they paid you, you gotta either do this shit or give that money back. Mm-hmm. A lot of the time that money was already gone and shit. That time I didn't give a fuck. If I had $20 off titty, that's going to weed. You know what I mean? Like, that's no questions asked. If anything, I'm gonna try to spend the whole dub on the fucking weed and then get one of the homies to come through with a blunt. You know what I mean? I was that fucking irresponsible and careless about shit where it was just like, yeah, well, that's where it's going. Now I get $20. Like, I try to find a way to make that 20 into 40 and shit.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? But it all comes from being in those positions where you have to do those things and shit. Now, when it's a hobby, you get to have fun more. You know what I mean? In that field where it's like hustling and shit. Because you be hustling shirts. I see the way you do it. If I'm pretty sure if that was your only hustle, you would be like on it, like boom, let's get this shit cracking. But and that shit is dope because if you come from that shit and then you get into like to where you're at, it's like it's easy. You know, you be sending shit out, boom, boom, boom. Like when you do the drops, that shit is super organized. Mm-hmm. I like the way that boom, you do the pictures yourself, you this and that. Everything's dope as fuck. Where it's all you. It's not like you have a creative team and shit. But I mean, I guess eventually that would be the goal, right? Like to be able to have like a little office and then have a fucking room for the graphic designers. Oh, what are y'all fools working on? What is marketing working on and shit? Mm-hmm. Get to a point where you just get there and you just let me take a round around the warehouse to see where we at with everything. Mm-hmm. Come back, write shit down in my little planner or whatever. See where everything's at. So see where we got to move from here. You know what I mean? That shit. I think that would be the goal as a business owner, as a brand owner, where you can kind of leave the stuff that you consider fun, the designing, the marketing, the shit that you love to somebody that loves it just as much as you. Mm-hmm. So they can give that position that you have, like you could feel good, like, damn, like I feel good that I made that decision. This fool loves being where he's at. Mm-hmm. This fool's learning shit every day. He's teaching me shit that I don't, it's not that I'm not learning, but now I'm not in that position where I have to learn this shit. Now it's like, fuck, like, this shit's fun now. Like, this was teaching me shit. This was teaching me shit. And now I got all this knowledge, like a pool, and I could teach someone else all the shit that I'm learning from my team and shit. So that shit's dope. I like the whole growth and shit. The homie Bosco that does all this 3D printing stuff, I met him through Psychedelics from the Loop Scholars. And ever since then, like, this fool's on some creative shit. He's always like thinking outside the box, and me and this fool click quick. I asked him like, hey, I'm doing this print shop shit. You want to like split rent with me? He's like, hell yeah. So he does all this 3D printing shit. He does the websites. He does graphic design, but he's one of these fools that he'll do it for fun. He won't be out here like me trying to get people to make business cards or flyers and banners and shit, and I'll design that. He's like, he wants to design some fun shit. You know, he's not trying to do no work shit. That's why he does all this 3D printing shit. Like that Gardena shit, he's doing it for one of the homies. That shit was promised to him like 2 years ago. But he likes to take his time with his shit, and it's coming out solid, you know what I mean? Like the Nipsey Hustle, I remember I bought that file online, and then I sold one for the same price that I got the file. So now I got the file forever. Boom, I could just keep making them. I mean, we got all kinds of shit. It's fun to just be around these people that endlessly are working creatively and shit. Yeah, it's a blessing because I've been in positions where it's like you can't always be, I guess, making money with some of the homies. You know what I mean? You like when it comes to homie shit, like it's cool to kick it. You know what I mean? But beyond that, it's hard to find homies that are down to work to make and create shit. You know what I mean? So I like to welcome that shit into the print shop space where homies just come through to like just write music, fucking listen to beats, fucking we got video games. Like it's kind of like that spot where Danny goes in the Ninja Turtles and shit.
And the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, remember Danny, the punk ass fool Danny that runs away from home?
I haven't
in
seen
the movie?
Bro, I haven't seen Ninja Turtles in
well,
fucking forever.
Yeah, well,
bro.
it's where this fool
Cowabunga.
this fool Danny goes and he hangs out with the Foot Clan, and they got an arcade. Like there's all kinds of fun shit. Kind of like the same
in the sewer.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. It's like an abandoned fucking warehouse where he goes downstairs and they have all the like an arcade and all kinds of fools hanging out, smoking cigarettes, you know, doing cool shit. But this is kind of that spot for the homies. They could just come and just be fucking creative with whatever I have available. All I ask is that, you know what I mean, just to be able to keep this space open, just kind of contribute a little bit, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, all this shit it costs money, and I let homies come through and use it with just like, you know, just give a little something for the house. You know what I mean? Like I tell homies all the time, like, hey, I got scrap vinyl or a rolls of vinyl. If you want to come make a shirt, I'm not asking you to fucking pay me the price of whatever the fuck, but you know, shoot a little $5 for the material you used or anything and shit. Like it is open to the point where I'm down to create some shit. You know what I mean? As long as I create that space for somebody that I always wanted when I was coming up. You know what I mean? So I try to make that shit available to whoever is really interested in making shit happen for themselves. Some of the homies, I open the studio to them, and I won't charge them anything the first couple times, but then sometimes I'm like, you know, it does cost time for me to sit here and record foods. If it's like a homie like that, I'll be like, look, I'm gonna make you this beat or give you this beat and record you. Just pay for either one. Pay for either the beat or the recording session, and I got you on the other one. I always try to be fair with homies that try to look out for me. I'm like, fuck it, you know, we could keep this looking out shit going until it gets us somewhere where we could really look out for each other. You know what I mean? And I'm like, fuck it, if it helps me and to help you, and vice versa, let's get it cracking.
Sometimes you got to be careful with that asking shit though, because some fools be really fucking be trying to take advantage of shit.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, bro, like this is where the fucking train stops. Like,
yeah, no, I agree. And you got to make that clear sometimes because a lot of people do overstep that boundary. So it's good to kind of remind people.
They don't want to
sometimes.
contribute nothing and they want you to do everything. And it's kind of like, fuck that.
Yeah. And it's like at that point, that's why you got to like choose those
battles,
those people carefully, the people that are in your circle like that, because you can't just open that door up to anybody.
No, fuck no.
You know what I mean? Because like you said, people will take advantage. Even some of the homies like will take advantage, but that's when they're cool with, oh, hey, you remind them like, hey, fool, like this is the way we agreed. Oh yeah, fool, my bad, I forgot. Or, you know, it happens. I forget shit too sometimes where if fools remind me like, hey, fool, that's not how we're doing shit, I'll be like, oh shit, yeah, you're right. Here's the bread up front, you know what I mean? Just so you don't think that I'm out here just trying to act stupid and just trying to get some free shit. Yeah.
Oh,
shit, my bad, fool. Like there's sometimes where I genuinely forget.
Yeah.
And then when you remind me, I'm like, oh yeah, you're right, fool. Boom. You know, let's get that out the way. So now we could actually really work. Yeah. And you don't have to worry about getting paid. You already got paid. Let's just work. You know what I mean? So sometimes it depends on who it is, like how you deal with people. Some people, like I said, you know, like I got to take care of the payment part first. I already know that's how they get down. After that is all fun and games. Let's do that first. If some people like they don't mind waiting like a couple days, and then we could work first comfortably, and then without this fool holding back oh nah, I'm not gonna give it my 100 because I'm not paid yet. I'm gonna help them a little bit. You know what I mean? If you're gonna help me for the help, let's do it. If not, I don't want the halfway shit. I could do that. You know what I mean? I could do the 100% shit. But the whole point is that we're kind of like we're playing ping pong. You know what I mean? So we got to keep that being going. You know what I mean? We can't just hit a fucking what is it? A spike. You know what I mean? It's not volleyball.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the whole point of ping pong también is to get the other foot. You know what I mean? But it's kind of the whole point is like an energy where you're just going back and forth with it. You know what I mean? Where it's cool to keep it right there and then until it goes to a point, like I said, where now I could really help you out since you helped me, like, and vice versa and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right, man. You gotta look out. Not everybody deserves that shit. You know what I mean?
Not really though, because the game is full of like I said, like we were talking with 30. Like the game is full of like egos and a lot of people that have like almost like selfish kind of like agendas and shit. It's like, hold on, bro. Like everything ain't about you, bro.
Yeah.
Like slow the fuck down. I don't know what you thought this shit was, bro, but it's a fucking team effort, bro.
Oh hell yeah, and it's it sucks that that's like a foreign concept to some people. You know what I mean? Some people like to work on their own, and then when they join that like group setting, they kind of like they don't work well, you know, because they're like, oh well, I was trying to do this and it's like, dog, like when you come into I guess the field of creating some shit, I guess sometimes you got to just play your part. You know what I mean? You can't just always be the one. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to be the two, and you got to sometimes be mature enough to understand, like, all right, like I'm good at this thing, so let me put all my focus onto this thing. I can do everything else, you know what I mean? But right now, I really want this to shine. So at the end credits, they're like, oh, fucking, who did this particular thing? Oh, so-and-so did it. You know what I mean? Versus like, oh, the film was all right. You don't even remember who the fuck made it.
Yeah.
But if you remember, oh, the fucking costume design on fucking Star Wars so-and-so, that shit was crazy. Who did this shit? Oh, and then you hear a name, you're like, oh, this is the second time I hear this fucking name.
Yeah.
This was doing his shit in costume design.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The movie might be fucking whack, but the costume design was on point.
Yeah.
That's where you kind of, you separate yourself from the project to do your best, whatever you do, you know?
Yeah, bro. Because if you look at the end credits of movies, the actors be like a very small part of the credits. Then it's a gang of gang of names that come after that, bro.
Gang of fucking names. Like I remember growing up, I seen the name Danny Elfman a lot. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the composer. Yeah, he did all the Tim Burton movies.
Simpsons.
Oh, he did the Simpsons.
Simpsons.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like and then
that's right.
He does multiple shit. See, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes like the movie is not it, but it gets to a point where the fucking score is so good, you're like, fuck, I recognize this style. Oh, this is fucking Danny Elfman. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like he stood out from the whole
original,
production.
maybe not the original, but he did the Batman too, right?
I think so.
He did the Batman.
Yeah, see, he has some shit under his belt where it's like
the one with Michael Keaton.
Okay, yeah, the Tim Burton one, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, he did that. I think he did do that one. He did a lot of other Tim Burton shit.
He did all his shit.
What is it? Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah. So there's a lot of people that fucking they have like a niche fucking talent. You know what I mean? And that shit is dope. Sometimes you need to stick to it, and you kind of got to step away from trying to do everything. That's my problem too. When I have a fucking idea, boom. Let me do this shit until I get bored of it. And that's my problem. I gotta stick to it after I get bored of it. That's when the real fucking progress comes and shit. When you kind of have to lock in and sit there and until you fucking figure some shit out. Cause it's easy to like, oh, I'm fucking bored of this shit. Let me go try to do some other shit. You know what I mean? So that's why I have fucking the screen print, airbrush, all kinds of shit. Cause I'll have seasons where I'm like, oh, I want to do all this shit with screen printing until I feel that I've done what I want to do. And then I'll fucking move on to some other shit. Right now, I'm kind of like into audiobooks. So I've been fucking doing a lot of different authors and learning about different fucking, just different people. It's fun to explore that medium of art too. When you can write instead of speak. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can get so much different things out by just writing shit, being descriptive with the detail, and everything helps the reader kind of like get this image in their head. That's just dope about reading, where you could read some shit that's like super detailed and you fucking see this shit in your head, detailed the fuck out, the color of the tile, the grime on the fucking floor, like little bullshit where if they describe it, like you close your eyes, you're there. You know what I mean? Like you're literally there and shit. That's a dope thing about fucking reading. But and even more like when you smoke a little weed.
Yeah.
You're there. But then again, I always think about having the ability to do all these things without being weeded, you know what I mean? But without being high, without being under any type of influence, just with your mind straight up, just raw with it.
Mm-hmm.
You
We brought up weed and there go 30. I forgot my weed, dog.
Yeah, but that shit's dope. I say that I wish I can do that shit like it's impossible, but it's not impossible. It's just I like smoking weed, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's just not sometimes I'll go days without it, and I wouldn't like before get in a fucking angry mood, a little tantrum and shit. It'll just be like, oh, well, I just don't got it. Like, you know what I mean? Let me do some other shit. And I'll think about all the positive things that I could be doing with the time and money, and it wouldn't even bother me.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I'll have the opportunity to have it. Boom. I'll hit the blunt, or I'll buy a little bag or some shit, and I'll roll up. And then I won't smoke until I feel I deserve it. And it's not just like, oh, it's morning time, let me smoke. It's nighttime, let me smoke. Like I'll try to do some shit in between where I'm like, oh fuck, I'm tired. I did this, or I mixed down a song, made a beat. Let me smoke some shit in celebration. You know what I mean? Now
Yeah.
it's become a way to reward myself versus a fucking habit where it's fucking the homies rolled up, let me roll up too. You know, it's just it's more of a fucking, it's fun now. Like I got past the point where now before it was a necessity. Oh, they're closing the gate. Now it's just chilling. They're closing the gate. It's cool. Yeah. This fool acts like the security and shit. He's over here throwing. We good?
This one right here to the cars and shit. We can open it back up, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a door on the side right there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
What is it?
He has the key.
Okay.
Yeah, we could unlock it too.
This is the spot right
Yeah, this is the spot. This is the fucking mouse trap.
here.
They better not trap in the mouse, dog.
This is a mouse trap, man. We'd be in here trapping with the keyboard and the mouse.
Selective over here, man.
Fuck yeah, bruh. Yeah, as far as like you know, I like with the weed shit, man. Weed was like fucking my biggest weakness, bro. That shit was my Achilles heel, because I would just stay high all the fucking time and not deal with reality.
Yeah.
And just now that I'm sober, like 3.5 years, it's kind of like
That's dope.
I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
You know? My mom gets worried. She's like, I don't like you being around people that smoke weed, like, because I think that you're gonna
relapse or what's
Yeah.
up shit.
I'm like, what the fuck? I have like no desire to smoke weed anymore.
Yeah. And
Versus if he had weed, if like I was still smoking and he had the weed here, I'd be looking at 30. Like,
you gonna roll one?
yeah,
Like,
you know fools that are like that. Like, hey, homie, like they'll buy you a beer just to be like,
if you could, like, what you gonna offer me? Huh?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Pinchy Indian givers. Yeah, you know? Because I used to be like that, like, stupid motherfucker.
Damn. Yeah. Nah. It'd be like that. We've all been there, you know. I used to be the fool that used to come to the smoke session with a pack of blunts, no weed, because I knew
Man.
fools needed blunts.
Literally, bro, I would not come with shit.
No,
I
just
wouldn't
lungs.
with just fucking empty hands, bro.
Lungs and friendship.
Really on some smoke yours, bro.
What you
Smoke
got?
yours,
What you got, fool?
yeah.
No,
Fucking
I'll at
just-
least bring the blunt, fool, because I would feel like a grind ball just coming empty-handed. Sometimes I'll do it if one of the homies that owes me like a dub sack or some shit, I'll come smoke his weed on purpose and I'll hit it longer until he tells me some shit, and then be like, "Oh, you okay? Yeah. Well, what about that?" Huh. All right, yeah. Let's just be quiet.
We're
huh?
keeping score, huh?
All right, yeah. All right. What about that? Okay, cool. Then we straight, right? Yeah, okay, we straight. Yeah, we straight.
Bro, I used to do like that shit with my cousin all the time, bro. Cause I would always pick him up and you know, he didn't have a car, so I would always drive him around to the point where like my other cousins would be like, "Hey, fool, where's your chauffeur at?" Like talking about me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that got hella annoying. We got into mad arguments over
Fuck.
like, "Fool, stop fucking," you know, like, why do you always need to smoke weed, or why do you always need a ride? Like, you know what I mean? Like fucking as soon as you have wheels, you know?
Yeah, everything changes.
Yeah, bruh. That's funny as fuck. But like as far as, you know, like making logos and shit, did that come before music, or when did music
That
like
came
come for you?
That was, I would say, around the same time. It was like when I was in high school. I had that had a fucking graphic design class, and then this is a fucked up way that they fucked up my career since early, because I was in the graphic design class, boom, and then out of nowhere, it was like the first week of school, I had my schedule set up, being Bao. I was a happy kid, you know. I had a graphic design, and then they come to my classroom, and then they take me out and they say, "Oh no, we put you in the wrong class." Tell me why they put me in a fucking special ed class. I'm not even lying to you, way. I showed up there, I was just like, no fucking way. This is what y'all brought me to? You know what I was gonna have so much fun in that fucking class. That was the first class I was gonna get an A+ in.
Oh, special ed?
No, no, that one too. No, but fucking graphic design, because I was actually interested in that shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, we gonna do this. So boom, they put me in special ed. A week after that, they come back. They're like, we made a mistake. We needed Michael Esparza. So that's not even my name. And I'm like, well, then what the fuck? Let me go back to my class. Oh, sorry, that shit's filled up already. We gave your spot up.
What the fuck?
I was like, you know what? I'm going to come back to graphic design one day. And then eventually it came by fucking doing that. But yeah, so I started doing
what
the
a bunch
logos.
of dickheads, bro.
Man, but you know, that's the school system for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, school system is
Title
dog
I
shit, bro.
schools, you know, low budget schools. But yeah, I started doing that shit.
This is why people go out and sneak outside and paint walls, because the school system failed fucking kids.
Yeah.
So they get high and they go out and they steal and they fucking paint the wall.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Fuck the school system, bro.
Too, right? It's just because the thing is too small, so they need a bigger canvas.
Nah, fuck the school system, bro.
You know, and it was dope in Mexico. There's places in Mexico that I've been to, like on the side of stores. There's like a red square and it says "Área de Graffiti." So
Oh,
there's
that's
like
sick.
there's places where you can do some graffiti.
Yeah? I thought that was just all over Mexico.
No, that's what I was like. People will do it anywhere
Anywhere,
they fucking
yeah.
want to, but stores have designated areas where it's like, if you want to not get fucked with, do it in this place. You know what I mean? Fools could come at night and do the shit outside of that box, but it's cool that they acknowledge the fact that, hey, they're gonna write on my shit. You might as well just tell them where.
Do it here. Yeah.
You know?
Get that shit the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to look at it. Like, fuck it. Like, there's something we can do, but you can't eliminate it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Bro, the fucking some of the illest graffiti I've ever seen is in Sonora. And when my fucking tío got married, when I went to his wedding, like, I want to say along the street, there was like a throwy somebody did, baked as fuck. Like,
Fuck.
and it said, this is like 2015, and that shit had been there since 08.
Damn.
And the paint was baked the fuck up. Like, you couldn't even read what the fuck
Yeah.
it had said
That's
anymore.
mad
really.
respect for fools to just leave it.
Well, it was like the
Untouched?
only throwy on the whole street. So it was like fools weren't even fucking writing over there.
Yeah.
And then the biggest roller I'd ever seen was over there too on a warehouse. Bro, I'm not bullshitting. This shit must have said DNA and block letters like 40 feet fucking, what is it, length by width and shit? Like 40 feet, each letter like 40 feet. And then I don't know how big this shit was. I could see it like miles away on the fucking freeway looking at the warehouse.
Yeah, fools in Mexico have fun. Like, cause they don't really fuck with graffiti people out there like that.
Nah. Cause it's actually considered. I feel like it's actually considered like real art.
Yeah.
Like, damn, this fool's getting down.
Cause if you like, there's this part in
Some places, not all, but
Yeah.
like most places.
Tijuana for sure.
Yeah.
I seen somebody, or I don't know if it's a person or a style in Tijuana. When I went, these fools write mirrored. They write backwards.
Oh,
I
I've
don't know
seen
if
that
you've
shit. That shit looks crazy.
That shit tripped me the fuck out. When first time I seen it, I was like, wait, am I reading this shit right? And then I seen it on the rear view mirror, and it was reading correctly. So I was like, oh, these fools did it like
Oh, that's
backward.
wicked.
They flipped it.
That's wicked as fuck.
And I'm like, damn. And then they had like the whole side of the building like that. I'm like, no way. Yeah, but imagine like that's another fucking element that makes it even harder. Imagine
Tagging upside down, yeah.
backwards. So I'm like, no way.
Yeah? For real? Fool, that's where my
Damn.
family's from, dog.
I'm from Hermosillo, Sonora, Sabarito.
30 just said that his family is from Hermosillo, and that's exactly,
Damn, y'all fools cousins.
literally, we might,
You know?
that's crazy, bro.
The Yankees can't beat us in the nationality.
Nah, and the
Bro,
and
that's
the baseball?
literally, that's what I am, bro. Right? Is it Yaki or Swaki? I can't.
I think the baseball team is the Yankees, no?
No, but then in Hermosillo.
For the Hermosillo, it's naranjeros, it's orange.
No, I'm saying the
Oh.
actual fucking tribe, not the baseball team. Because my grandma says Swaki,
Maybe-
but it's
might be that.
interchangeable. Like people say Swaki or Yaki. I don't know. My grandma,
Okay.
I'm going by what my grandma says.
By the real game.
Yeah, I'm getting it from my grandma.
Yeah, from
I'm
the
not,
source.
Yeah, fuck Google.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a Yaqui.
My family is from the Chichimeca tribe. Like trace it back, and
Where's that at?
That's Guanajuato area.
Oh, really, bro?
Yeah.
My other grandma's from Guanajuato,
Oh, for real?
Leon.
Oh, that's where my family's from.
What?
Leon, Guanajuato. Fool. That
Leon
shit-
all day, dog. Come
That's
on,
why-
bro.
that's
Someone's
why-
Leon.
That's why I was like,
come on
man,
now.
okay, yeah, the lion. It's kind of known for Leon, obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And yeah, that's dope. I had a hat design that I haven't dropped. It's a mummy running with a baseball.
Oh, that's
bat.
hard as fuck.
And it's Las Momias de Guanajuato.
Bro, that's hard. That I wanted to do some shit like that. Fucking mummy, some mummy shit.
Some mummy shit, yeah.
Yeah, fucking mummy logos hard as fuck.
I wanted to do like, you know how they do the baseball league and the Mexican ones? Have you seen the Momias one? That shit's weak.
I don't think I've seen that
No,
one.
well, the swap meet version, because you know the swap meets all have like
Bootleg
the
shit?
naranjeros, tomateros.
Oh, okay.
The
The different shit.
yes, so yeah, they got the yaki.
The
so-
Yaki has a good logo. That's a
little
sick-
Indian
the
boy,
little
no?
Indio, yeah.
Aguacateros,
the Michoacan, yeah. So look, the Leon one, I mean Guanajuato one is the Momias. And
Yeah.
their shit looks kind of weak. You know, I'm not gonna front. You know, but I redid one where it's kind of like more of what I would wear. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking of dropping them hats, making them shit. So
You got
if
to,
there's
man.
anybody else from Guanajuato out there, that shit would be dope. Cause I know a couple other homies that got family from out there and shit. So it is dope to know people from out there that may or may not know like some of the areas like that are popular out there and shit. Like, do you know anything? Have you been out there
In Mexico?
to Guanajuato?
No,
No?
not to Guanajuato.
Okay, because I know they
I
have
gotta go
mummies
out
out there. I've never seen them, but
Yeah, the catacombs.
they got the museum of the mummies and shit.
Yeah.
Where they filmed the El Santo and fucking Blue Demon contra las momias de Guanajuato.
Uh-huh.
You remember that shit?
No, I've fucking never heard of that shit.
No, that shit's they're wrestlers.
Oh, really?
Blue Demon and El Santo.
Uh-huh. Oh,
And-
they came from over there.
Yeah, they're from the
I
fucking
think I know
Mexican league.
Santo, but I don't know the
Blue
other.
Demon is I had a painting, but point is they were like pretty much make movies like Batman. So these fools were like superheroes.
Oh, wow.
So one of the movies was them fighting like the momias from Guanajuato.
Oh, wow.
So that was one of the movies. That shit was a pretty cool one. It's old. It's like from the 70s, right?
yeah.
Yeah, but all that old shit is pretty cool to me because you could see how they started making movies and low budget shit. I look at shit like that and I'm like, fool, we got better shit than this, you know?
Yeah.
But it takes a team to want to do it, to have that same vision and make it happen. If one person wants to do it, that's not enough.
Fuck no.
You know, to make a movie? Nah. maybe
you need a gang of people.
you
dog.
need minimum 10 people. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? To handle like 5 tasks each. Like off Titty to focus on those 5 tasks. Fucking 30's in charge of music, costumes, props, location, fucking
film,
film, boom.
editing.
That's just 5 things, and that's a gang of shit.
It is.
You know what I mean? And then we to have 10 of those people, but then it'll make it easier on the whole production of the film. Things will get done quicker. You know, this was editing while this was doing that. This was like, it kind of it makes you more excited when you see everybody into it, and you're like, oh shit, like fools fuck with it. That gets you more like, oh, I want to do more, so these fools can see that I appreciate it, and we're all trying to make this shit happen. To make a movie, I was talking to somebody about making like a short film, and dog, that shit would be so dope just to have a gang of the homies that we meet at fucking shows to play a little minimal part, or it don't matter, just to make an appearance, just so it could be like celebrities from like the hood, like people that we actually know and shit. You know what I mean?
I'm down to do some shit like that.
Because I don't know if you remember that movie, What's Up, Rocker?
Nah.
I got homies that were in that movie, fool. Like I got homies that know fools that were in that movie, the locations. It's a bunch of fucking little punk rock fools and skater fools back then. They used to kick it in South Central.
Oh, for real?
Fool, and then like they're like in ska bands, they're in bands and shit. So these fools are real local fools. I forgot, fool, but that movie's cool because it's like kids. But it's like the South Central version. Yeah, the same food that did Kids. Yeah, so that shit came out in like, I remember homies went to go see that shit in Bianchi Theater right here in Paramount.
It's from our area, like Southeast LA.
Yeah, so that's that's kind of what I want to do. Like have like a little film where it's like a gang of the, like you could, like a part of the film would be like some of the characters going to a fucking Black Books and Rhyme Books. Or some shit where it's like, oh shit, like I actually go to those shits, you know? Some real shit. And it's like real. I don't know. That shit's always been like dope to me when fools do some real shit. Like I was watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and then they're in the bar, and they're supposed to be out of Pennsylvania. And on the wall, I seen the fucking Jedi Mind Trick sticker, and it makes sense because they're from Philly.
Philly, yeah.
So I'm like, shit like that, where it's like, oh, these fools are a real fucking group. You know what I mean?
The metal passes through your frames and your glasses.
Yeah. Them fools are fire. The first 3, maybe 5 albums from Jedi Mind Tricks, fire. After they had the Army of Pharaoh shit coming out, I kind of like tuned out a little bit.
Well, wasn't that there from the jump? Wasn't Army of Pharaohs like
Yeah,
from the
but
beginning?
when they dropped that one album with like the pyramids and the mics, I don't know if you remember the cover.
I've
of
seen
it.
the cover, yeah.
Yeah, when they dropped that one, I was just like,
You didn't like that one?
Not really, but everything they had like
Before?
as features before,
Uh-huh.
fire. I don't know. After that one, the beats kind of sounded a little too, like not like the old shit that I was used to from.
Not as raw.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, Eye Against Eye.
all that shit. Fucking Just Allah had a banger too on his own.
Just Allah?
The Pharaoh was, I think it was called something Born some shit, but his album, I think he dissed fucking
Vinny Paz?
no, some other fool he had beef with. But yeah, I used to like be heavily into these fools in high school. Jedi Mind Tricks has some fire fool, like this fool Vinny Paz. Just Allah, them together on a track, fucking crazy, fool. Who's your favorite from the group? The
Jedi?
MCs? Yeah.
It's either Just or fucking Vinny.
No, hell yeah. But who got better verses?
It's hard to say. On their first album, I definitely give it a Just. But Vinny's just like, Vinny was just straight aggressive, you know what I mean? And I love that shit like that.
Yeah, that fool shit is nice, dog. I like his aggressiveness. It kind of, like some fools get aggressive, but they're not saying shit. This fool, his lyrics match that shit.
Have you ever seen that? What's that girl that like screams and she does like drill?
Oh my god.
Oh, what's that one chick?
I don't know.
See, you kept it on TikTok.
That's what I'm saying.
You ever hear that? You know what I'm talking about?
She's coming with that Vinny
Yeah.
Paz energy and ABC rhymes. You know what I mean? Like,
There's a meme I've seen of her. She's and then there's that meme of the Moreno. He's like like the dog, like a dog and shit.
Oh,
I was like,
fuck.
that's how you sound, bro. You sound like a fucking like Chihuahua. Like
that shit is funny, dog. Nah, they be putting up some crazy fucking like artists on videos and shit. Like that On the Radar one. That one, she was on that, huh?
I think she was.
Yeah.
But she's also done like a bunch of like different shit like that, and I'm like, this music fucking sucks major dick, bro. What the fuck? Bro, they used to actually have good artists. Now they let anybody on, bro. It's like they watered their... After Starker and YL got on that shit, I feel like they just let everybody, like... They fucked their own shit up, bro. No offense to On the Radar. But I feel like y'all just let anybody rap. You
now
watered
it's
it
money
the fuck
based.
down.
Now it's like, oh,
you could tell.
we could let you on, but you gotta pay so and so X amount of money.
Yeah.
Someone probably offered them. They probably said they were whack. Someone offered them a good amount of money. They said.
But yeah, see, that's when whack shit starts being accepted. When it's not even based off of like, and it sometimes
skills.
it's hard to like find one person to trust to be like, all right, this fool knows what the fuck he's talking about. So whatever he says, I'm cool with. Cause now everybody's like, nah, fuck that. How am I gonna listen to this fool? This fool ain't nobody. But some fools have the credentials. You know what I mean? Like if this fool says it's whack. It's not because it's just he's thinking on a technical level. He's a producer, so he's telling you, oh, this so and so is wrong right here. He fucked up the recording right here, where they see it on a different level. It's not opinion based. It's just like based on the technicalities. You know what I mean? Technically, like this is made to be whack, but some fools make it sound dope. You know what I mean? Like, what's one example where it's like it's supposed to be whack, but it's actually fucking dope. Like I was
E40?
Okay. I was thinking more like Dave Blunt's.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, the fucking the real fat
the
fool?
big fat guy.
Oh god.
See, look, that's what I'm saying. Like he like, oh, but he's this, but if you listen to what he's saying,
He says the ER. He says the hard R.
but he's that. But that's not the point, fool. But he can say it.
For anybody that didn't hear what 30 say, he says the hard ER as in the Nick, you know, like
Yeah, but I mean, if he's that, then I guess he can say it, right? But
Talks about like him, like he'd find over a girl.
well, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's fools that can relate to him. That's what I'm saying. Like he's speaking to an audience that's untapped.
yeah.
He's speaking to the losers, fool. Like, and
No one would have paid attention to him if he wasn't fat like that. No one would.
maybe, fool. But the point is that for some reason, fools fuck with him. And like, look, I don't fuck with his music. I don't listen to it, but I respect that he's making it.
I think a better example would have been E40.
Lefty gunplay.
Nah, because E40 got
fuck
some
Lefty
bars.
Gunplay. But that's what you're saying, right? Artists that shit you might think is whack, but it's dope, right? Isn't
Yeah,
that the point?
that's a perfect example. Like all the shit that he's doing is like, if anybody else did it, that shit would be like, what the fuck are you doing?
or
You
like
know what
even
I mean?
Sugar Free.
Oh hell yeah.
He's tight though.
But what I'm saying is when you listen, you think, oh, what the fuck is this? Like if you're not really up on game, you're thinking like, oh, it sounds all offbeat. But when you listen to it, it's just fucking hard, bro.
Yeah, he's fire.
Dun, 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 dun,
And then the
dun.
shit he be talking about too, he's like on, like there's some shit I listen to now that I'm like,
That's how we do it in Pomona.
there's
fool.
no reason why you should know what this means. Just know it's dope. You know what I mean? Like there's this one part I think in Why You Bullshitting Part 2 where he says myth has it that a pimp showed up to Mexico on a tortilla. Like I don't need to know what the fuck that means. I just know he means it. You know?
That shit's funny as fuck. I love that new interview he did or whatever, and someone called in and they were like, Sugar Free, if a bitch is standing outside, does that mean she's outstanding?
Left that fool speechless.
And he's all, well goddamn.
He really fucked up the game with Soulja Boy. He made a standard of like.
Oh
He
damn.
made a standard of just making music of like, you know, like.
30, if you're gonna say, you gotta say it into the mic. You can't just, you might as well just grab a seat and just pass the mic, because you
Here's
can't.
Mike.
I'm saying like who made the standard was like Soldier Boy, you know, like making this like you make that zone like so simple. Like he simplified the music. Little B, like I fucked your bitch, I let you fuck mine. Like it's just so easy. Though they're not really conducting bars of like they're just getting straight to the point. You know what I mean? Like they simplified it a lot. You know what I mean? That kind of fucked up the game with the Chief Keef. You know what I mean? Like fucking, I don't like what you're doing. You know, that's the shit I don't like. And he's just saying that the whole song.
Yeah.
But he's the greatest now. He's, you know, like they're putting him up with the greatest of like their top 5 right now of MC rappers.
What's so
You know
weird
what I'm
is
saying?
now,
Like that's
now
what I'm trying to say. Like this shit is watered down. The graph is wrong.
Well, I feel like now the GOAT now is just whoever the most influential artist is. Like Wayne for like the Keefs and all them was their GOAT.
Yeah.
Now for the kids, now Keef and like Young Thug are like the GOATs of the fucking kids
The new
rapping now.
generation, yeah.
They're not the fucking GOATs, meaning they're the best rhymers, the best spitters. They're the GOATs and they influenced a fucking generation of kids that are coming out now.
Like I'm gonna quote what Chuck Stranger said. How you gonna say you're the best when Rakim's still breathing? Like how you gonna say you're the best when
Bruh,
Rakim's
these
still
fucking
breathing?
kids don't know who the
You
fuck
feel me? Like
Rakim is.
that's the shit I'm.
They think
on, though.
Rakim's the Indian dude at the 7-Eleven. They don't know who, they don't know fucking, they don't know what any of this shit means anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah. But that's they don't come from that world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now you ask
No disrespect, my bad, Rakim. Never disrespect
Never
the greatest of all
disrespect.
time. It's just that's
that's
I feel
just
like
what it is sometimes, like
Fucked up.
in our neighborhood. Even like shout out to Divine Flows. He be on his hip hop shit, you know? Like he be
He's a young cat.
he's
Like,
young.
20 years
He's like
old.
20, so
Yeah.
he be knowing about EPMD, like
Young cat.
these groups from the 80s.
KRS-One.
And I'm like, that's dope that there's people that still are interested in that, you know what I mean? Because
Spanish in it too. It's just like
honestly, I don't expect anybody that's his age to know about that shit. So I'm not gonna be mad if they don't. You know, they could not know about this shit. I don't give a fuck. You know, we already have the homies that know about this music that we talked to about. It's cool. You know what I mean? We don't got to talk to these young cats, but if there is somebody out there, that's dope. You know what I mean? They could join the conversation with the unks and the old heads. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what we are now. Like at the age that we're at. Shit, I'm 35, so I'm considered unk now. Some fools might say Gramps. One of the homies said Gramps. I'm like, damn, I'm not even on Gramps mode. I got like one gray hair, but come on, dog. I'm not grandpa like that, fool.
I feel like people would just say that to be fucking dickheads.
Yeah, for sure. People like being dickheads, and I like the fools that are creative about it. The fools that are just mean, I'm like, fuck you.
Hater.
You know what I mean?
You're just a hater, bro.
The fools that are creative about it, I'm like, hey, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna get you back, you know?
Yeah.
Like the ones that you could fuck around with. The ones that get creative, I'm like, oh, fool, those are the homies for sure. But the ones that take it serious and get offended, I'm like, all right, fool, I'm sorry, sir, I won't speak to you like that again. And that's how I'll have them. Like I'll fucking just hit them up with I'll hit them up with the business talk only. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's cool because that's what we're here for. You know what I mean? But don't get mad when you want to be cool with me and I start calling you a cabron and shit. You know what I mean? Like. Fools start trying to fight and shit, and I'm like, fool, like, all right, type shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on, dog. I thought we were cool like that, but I guess not. You know, fuck it.
Yeah, it's always funny until it's your fucking turn, and then what the fuck? Like now you're
it's
being
not
disrespectful, and it's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
It was funny when you were making fun of me, but it ain't funny anymore when I make fun of you.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
It's like, nah. That's just it's like on Workaholics. That's just one of my favorite shows. But this fool was like, it was funny because he was talking about some girl that beat them fools up. Because there's 3 white guys. Some Mexican girl beat 3 white guys up. And it's a comedy show. And this fool's are like, it's discrimination if we don't hit them because they're a woman. He's
Equality.
Like, yeah, he's like, they reserve the right to be hit, you know, if they're a woman. Because just because you're a woman, I'm not going to hit you. I think that's discrimination, which is kind of, it's stupid, but it makes sense. You
It
know what I mean?
does. But we get in a different territory when we're talking about beating women on the program.
No.
Let's get away.
No, it
Let's
was
get
just
away.
some comedy shit,
Yeah.
you know, but nothing serious, man. Don't do that shit. That shit is not funny.
Yeah, you will get beat. You might get poked.
You'll get fucked up for
Yeah.
sure by some men and shit if
Yeah.
you're doing some bitch shit. But it's just a comedy show, you know what I mean? And then they were gonna get a female to beat up the girl anyway, so it's all fair.
Yeah, like fucking. That's some funny shit. I don't know. There are women that hide behind that shit though. Like, oh, I'm a female. They won't do shit to me.
Yeah, and that's
But-
not cool because I've seen videos where it happens, and then in the comments people are like, "Hey, she deserved it," and it's fucked up to take that stance, but sometimes females
it is
push
what
the
it is.
issue. You know, some people push the issue and they don't stop until something happens.
But either way, man, I feel like the women that are living like a grimy ass life like that, they're already defeated by like life is already beating them up.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to feel like they gotta fucking try to set homies up like that, they're already fucked up already.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
life
man.
is kicking their ass.
Yeah, they're on the bad side of things for sure, making decisions like that because that's fucked up to set anybody up. You know what I mean? That shit's, you gotta have some hate in your heart, you know, for sure.
Well, that's why I don't even remember if should I even say this? I don't even know. I might be taking a leap of faith by saying this. Well, fuck it then. My cousin tried to fucking tell my whole family that I beat her up, bro.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. Like that shit literally fucking broke my heart, bro.
Yeah, that shit sucks. Cause then
Because
again,
now I'm walking around and like fucking if people think I'm a woman beater and shit in my family, and like that's the furthest from the truth, bro. Like I'll never put
yeah,
my hands on a woman. Like I'll poke somebody with them kind of charges on them.
yeah, no, that sucks too. Cause once women say things like is truth, whether it is
Yeah.
or it's not, you
Especially
know?
in the family.
Yeah, and that's like in general, like when the cops show up and the woman is crying and the dude is also crying, they're gonna fucking take the dude before they take the woman. You know what I mean?
Oh,
If
for
they're
sure.
both bloody, they both have knives, they're gonna take the guy out and then ask the questions to the lady. That's like most of the time that's how the case is. They'll believe the woman before the man. But it's not like, because I got homies that are fathers and I don't believe the woman, you know what I mean? Because I know the homegirl lies, and
Yeah.
I know the homie, I know this would be lying, but when it comes to certain shit, like, nah, I know he wouldn't lie about some shit like this, so I'm not going to believe homegirl that I've never met, and I know the homie, so
Yeah.
the truth is there,
But all you gotta do is look at where people are in their lives. Like, fucking this girl. All right, like, look where I'm at in my life. I'm steadily progressing. I'm fucking getting money. I'm living good. I live a great life. You know what I mean? I love God.
Better living.
You know what I mean? What's this bitch still doing? Couch surfing, asking for favors, fucking off for money, doing
Smoke me
stupid
out.
shit. Yeah, like, okay. I don't know.
Yeah. No, you could always tell by the lifestyle people are living. The
And who
of
they
sh-
are as a person.
Yeah, by the type of the type of shit you can expect from them. You know what I mean? Because somebody that's couch surfing, I mean, you could probably, the best you could do is smoke a blunt with them,
And that's it.
and that's it.
Time
and,
for you to go home or find another couch.
Yeah, because that's not gonna. You can't sleep over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to not associate with them people.
Not at all.
Nah,
But,
man.
It's a high and by. Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah,
hope everything goes well.
And that's the crazy shit, because as men, we have to endure shit and like not like have like fucking have no feelings about it, or else we're like a bitch in
Yeah.
like the public like women can go all day on social media, be like, my life is falling apart, and people in the comments with the heart, the teary eye emojis, oh my god, we're here for you, we're gonna pray for you. Let a dude do that. Let a fucking man be like, I need help, I'm damn bad. But man, fuck you.
Man up,
fuck
dog.
this bitch. You know what I mean? Who the fuck is this pussy? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's crazy, bro.
yeah. No, that's that. But there's not a place for the internet. That's not something.
But
that
I'm
should
just
be
saying the
shown.
double standard of it.
Yeah, there's
like,
always going to be a double standard, I think, because we're supposed to play two different roles, and then
Oh, for sure.
that shit, it got blurred
it really
at some
did.
point. You know, at some point, women have become independent to the point where
They think they're men.
they think they're men. You know, I've seen
And some dudes became bitches to the point
where they're just comfortable
are bitches.
being like comfortable just not
Being
doing
feminine,
shit, you
yeah.
know. And it's not even being feminine, just being like not being a man, you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
don't have to fucking be feminine to be feminine. You could just not be a man and be feminine.
Yeah,
You know what
by
I mean?
default.
Yeah, you could just like do just non-man shit that just is not necessarily women shit, but non-man shit, and then that's like feminine. You know what I mean? Like I think being lazy is a feminine trait. Not even gonna lie. Because there's some days where I'm just lazy, dog. Where I'm just like I don't want to do shit. I just want people to like go away. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
And I don't think as a man, like a man should ever feel lazy or pretty. You know, like I think men are supposed to be ugly. Like just historically, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? The woman is the one that's beautiful and shit. If a dude looks as beautiful as his lady, I'm like, there's a problem there. You know what I mean?
It looks
I'm,
like a lesbian.
and I
relationship.
appreciate beauty. So when a homie has a good haircut, I'm like, hey, yo, that should look sharp.
Uh-huh.
Oh, those shoes look nice. Hey, fool, your fit looks cracking.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, this gay to tell this fool that his chain looks nice. Oh, this gay,
Hey, yo.
is gay to tell the homie that he has a nice smile. Like, nah, like this, like, you know, I appreciate beauty and shit. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna, like, I'll tell my lady too. Like, sometimes, like, we'll be in the street and I'm like, damn, she got a fat ass booty, and she'll be like, yeah. Or a fucking, I'll be like, oh look, she got a fucking ant booty, because they'll have like that fucking BBL. I'm like, look, that's fucking the ant booty, like in the
ant
movie
booty?
Ants. You know how they have that shit where it's like, I'm like, yeah, that's them. It's funny because we'll just make fun of people sometimes from a distance, not up close.
Oh man, you get roasted, bro. I don't give a fuck. People try to make the mistake of like trying to roast me, and I'm like, you're coming at the wrong one, bro. I got a whole clip full, like, ready for anybody.
Ready, fool. I got raps ready to go for y'all fools.
Literally, bro. We'll turn this bitch into fucking Yo
Into a
Mama,
roast
bro.
battle, huh?
We'll turn this shit into Yo Mama
That
real
shit,
quick.
That shit was cool, man.
Next on Yo Mama.
There you go.
Wilder, fuck, now you got
Fucking
me
Fez.
Valderrama. Yeah,
Fez, fuck it.
Yeah, yeah. The gay Puerto Rican dude on that 70s show.
Hey, and they never learned his name, fool. They just called him Fez for the whole time. And it was Fez because it was foreign exchange student.
Oh, that's fucked
FES.
up. Dude, I've only seen like the first like 2 episodes of that
Fool,
shit.
that's my shit. That 70s show.
Yeah.
I used to have that shit saved in this Mac. Fool. Donna was the joint.
Nah, I like the other one.
Oh, the dumb one?
Yeah,
Jackie.
yeah. Mila Kunis. There you go.
Yeah, Jackie. Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
she was
cool.
my girl.
She was cool with it. Nah,
Because I always thought Donna was more masculine, you
yeah,
know?
she would like the way she treated Eric was like her son. Sometimes,
yeah.
you know.
Well, he was definitely like the bitch,
Yeah.
and she was the man. She
type
wore the
shit.
pants in the relationship.
She wore fucking what is the flannels?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like lumberjack shit.
And that dude would be like spineless at times, or he had like no dick in situations.
His dad would fucking
Be a man, Foreman.
How about I go and stick my foot up your ass?
Yeah.
My foot wrote a book. It's called On the Way to Your Ass.
Hey, that fool would get creative with those.
That shit's hard as fuck. The cop catches that fool piping his wife in the car.
Oh yeah, man, Red Foreman, man, that guy's that's a man right there. That fool Red Foreman.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been like my grandpa on my mom's side. I feel like that.
That's how
That's
all
what
men
would've-
were back then.
Oh,
they were
yeah.
just like, fuck flowers, where the tools at?
Yeah.
Let's work on some
Yeah.
shit. Anything. Let's work on, let's do some shit. Let's get dirty.
Drinking beer in the
Yeah.
fucking daytime in the front. Mm-hmm. You know.
And now fools want to be graphic designers and sit at a fucking desk all day and design and type and shit.
That's where we are now, like nowadays.
I mean, but Hey, somebody got to do it. You know what I mean?
You know, I don't like I don't know like men back like in the 70s and shit. It was just a different time, dog. We're talking like fucking 20 years. No. We're talking what, like 10 years after Vietnam.
Yeah.
Right. So you still got fools that came back and like, you know, traumatized and shit like that. My mom tells me stories of my grandpa because my grandpa served in World War II.
Oh shit.
The stories my mom has is like, mom, like you just described PTSD to me from her having to deal with my grandpa.
Yeah.
So I could just tell, like, you know, shit is like just different. And like now in the fucking 2000s, it's like, what kind of life, what era are our kids gonna be living in? It must be the same shit to where, like, you know, like my cousin, he's like 15 and shit. I was like, by the time I was your age, bro, I was getting into dumb shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what type of shit.
About that age.
Yeah, I don't know what type of shit you're on, but it don't look like nothing I was a part of.
Yeah.
Which is good.
That's what I was about to say. Like, that could either be a good thing or a bad thing. Because, I mean, now it's different. Back then, I feel like we were just out, and then we had to be back at a certain time with no phone, maybe a bike and like $2. You know, and now it's like, what the fuck is $2 gonna get you? A piece of gum?
Yeah.
Fools don't ride bikes no more. They got those little electric scooter shits.
The fucking hoverboards.
Yeah, and it's like the bird scooters. And I'm like, fuck, man. Like, everything's changing, and sometimes changing it isn't always good. You know what I mean? Because now you got all these apps that can deliver you food. Now you could really be a fat ass and just sit at home and press buttons and get food delivered to your house. Before you want to be a fat ass, you walk your ass to Pizza Hut and go get that pizza if you really want it.
And walk back.
And now it's like, or at least drive there. Now you don't even got to do that. And, you know, and I'm like, fuck, like that's fucking us up. We're getting lazy and shit. You can order anything now. You don't even got to leave.
What's that movie, Wall-E?
Mm-hmm.
Where they're all fat and shit, and they're all they're fucked. Like,
yeah.
You know, that's what we're becoming slowly but surely.
Yeah, and that shit's fucked up because I see more people working out. Like in the rich areas, I work like more towards Culver City area, and I see like people walking their dog, running, jogging, walking, you know, with their husband and wife, and over here, fools ain't jogging. Like, I mean, not that we don't have a park, it's just that it's fucked up around here. You don't want to jog around these streets. You're not welcome on every block, you know, no matter who you are. Fools just don't like walking on their block if you're not from there. And there's just certain rules that are like, why would you break them? You know what I mean? Like, it's not worth taking a fucking jog. So just fucking don't take a jog, I guess. No, that's how it is out here.
That shit is wild. Fucking, we're gonna have to wrap this shit up. This was a fucking great conversation, but what's the message of the day?
Message of the day, man. Don't let people push you to a point where you just stop doing shit. If they're going to push you, let them push you to prove them wrong and just get that shit done and let the work speak for itself every time. And as long as you put your heart into this shit, it's going to show and people are going to recognize that shit for sure.
Fuck yeah, MIGZ. I'd like to thank you for coming on the program. Oh, before we go out of here, Boulevard Nights, May 24th. I don't know if this episode is gonna come out before or fucking
Shout
after.
out MIGZ,
but we got
Loop Scholars.
And real quick, I said it before, but he's designed a lot of the Imperial logos, like the evil gingerbread man, the fucking. Did you do the koi fishes?
No,
that was Pasm. All right, well, basically Pasm and MIGZ. So this is fucking Imperial, bitch.
Yeah.
And you already know what it is. This is the God's Hour.
Yeah. Loop Scholars.
Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil lay inside your box now.
Why the angels fly over my headstone?